A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading, which is also a download that I'm creating to help all those people who are trying to enter into the higher frequency, and they keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So you can be present, you can stay present where it feels blissful, where it feels very relaxing and soothing, and you can attract miracles as well. But then there are times when you are not into that zone and you're somewhere else, and you already know that you're out of alignment, but you don't know how to go back to the state of pure bliss. There's always going to be a person who is going to trigger you to face the sexual shame and guilt. And in this collective reading, and before this, I shared an information video also with you guys, which is also a download, which talks about the same thing, that till the time we don't heal this energy, we cannot ascend. And that's why it's a part of the sacral chakra as well, the Swadhisthana. So your divine masculine or feminine who is in your life is going to bring up matters. And you might be thinking that I've already healed it. I've already faced it. I've done so much inner work, so much healing work. Yet, I keep seeing it. Yet, I keep getting reminded of those things. That's because you still need to release and let go of those feelings, of these unwanted feelings that keep you in the hell state. And for those people who have experienced getting out of that hell place and then getting into the paradise they create, and then falling back from there, going down again, it can be a frustrating process. But you have to hang in there and you have to continue it. The Divine Masculine Collective has seen a lot of, you can say, lack of love, lack of pure love, lack of true love. And that's why a lot of them do not understand that physical love is not just about the process of fornication. It is much more than that. It is the comfort, it is the listening, it is the sharing, it is the presence. They usually see it like possession of a person or just somehow getting the physical validation. And before meeting you, before attracting you in their life, they might have been with people who have given them the same thing. Whosoever resonates with this, you feel that you have attracted a very complicated relationship in your life. At the same time, when there is love and there is a frequency match, you also feel that it's completely opposite of what you have wanted. And after doing so much inner work and so much healing work, why does it never go? Because guilt and shame are two different energies, and it is at the bottom of the human psyche. And in the twin flame ascension journey, most people who are a part of this journey, there are usually two types of people. One who have gotten abused, they have seen it, they have experienced it out of innocence. They didn't even know about it, you could say. And only when they find out the information that this is something which is not healthy for them, they try to repair it. They try to repair it in many different ways until and unless they learn to meditate, they learn to do surrender to source. And then there are people who have also gone through it, but they see it as some kind of pleasure, and they never really experience that they were basically taken for a ride or they were used in the name of giving pleasure, getting pleasure, and they continue to live with those energies. They feel that there is a certain amount of pain, physical pain, that is required to enjoy something. And then either it's physical pain or it's emotional or mental confusion. And they probably are in an automatic mode. Even with divine feminines, I've seen that they're in this automatic mode where they automatically or unknowingly attract certain people in their lives. And then they have to sit with guilt and shame and regret and all of these negative feelings. So someone has to mirror it. And when they mirror it, I know it can be frustrating. And it can be something that you do not want anymore. You want peace and you want love and you want, even for your children. If you're having children, then yes, this is something that you need to understand, that you obviously try to understand it when you want to create a safe environment for them. Because a lot of people do the healing work not just for them but also for their offsprings. The offsprings that they think have come only purely because of love. But when they see the complications, they realize that there is some kind of trauma bonding that they have gone through, they have witnessed. And then they feel that I never deserved it, but I still have it. And this question will keep popping up again and again. Why is this happening to me? And why this continuously happens to me over and over again. Either it happens in some kind of fear-based format where you feel that you don't want to be there, but you're still there, and then you forgive, then you forget, then you move on, then you grow, and then you see it again. So today I'm going to talk about these feelings, because what I've understood and what I've seen in others is that you need to sit with it as well. You need to journal it out. You need to release it in a very healthy way. And dealing with people who have addictions, dealing with people who are very fluctuating, dealing with people who are unpredictable. There are happy moments, and then there are bad moments, and there are happy moments. In fact, let me tell you that no relationship is going to be perfect. It's usually not perfect. Even the most perfect people, even the most patient and understanding people can hurt the ones who are around them and who care for them. And sometimes it's intentional, and sometimes it's definitely not intentional. It's just pure destiny, or it's just a part of happenings. But because we are all on this planet to experience, we're just experiencing, and there comes a point in your life where you don't want to experience it anymore. And that's when you start changing, because it's all about the decision to choose. It's all about the choice. It's all about the suggestion you give to yourself. Choice is very, very important. And choice is the part that leads to healing. Like, what do you want to experience? It's your choice. Let's say you're in a bad situation. Now you can choose to continue to live with it, dwell into it, or you can choose to completely let go, ignore it, and do the opposite. Do the opposite is to not choose it. Not choose that feeling, not choose that imagination. Because life is an imagination. You are imagining a lot of things. And when you heal, you'll realize that even those things, those bad things that happened to you were a part of certain type of simulation that you were experiencing. Just like it happens in a lot of these VR games. They're not real, but they feel very real. So real that when people are into it, they physically start responding to it. And then they take off their earphones or the glasses, and then they realize that, oh, I'm not even a part of it. And there also you're choosing it on your own. Like, you choose to be in a certain game, or you choose to be in a certain environment. And it is done so beautifully nowadays. The technology has grown so much that it can actually help you to understand that your own life could be working like a VR game, like a virtual reality model. I definitely want to talk about surrender here, because we are on the path of surrendering, and we are on the part of accepting as well. So, first and foremost, we surrender to whatever there is in front of us. And let's say you feel bad about something, and because you have labeled it as bad, and I'm not saying it's wrong to do so. Let's say you feel bad about something, it's a bad feeling. Now, when this feeling is in your heart chakra area, then you can look at it like, okay, this is how I feel. So when you describe that feeling, that this is how I feel about this, you have to locate where in your body, which part of the body it seems to exist the most, and then you release it. There are many different ways of it. There's EDMR, there's EFT, there's journaling, there's releasing via journaling. There is also gratitude. Like, it's interesting that when you go through a bad feeling, you can actually say, thank you, Source, for this feeling. By doing so, you actually release the pain behind it. Like, you can actually not allow it to rule you, because you don't know what that situation is going to take you into. Like sometimes a lot of seemingly bad experiences turn into healing glimmers and learnings, and it can actually change your perspective also. Shame makes you feel I am bad. It attacks your identity. It makes you feel that there is something fundamentally wrong with you. Whereas guilt means that I did something bad, that feeling that I've done something bad. And just by saying that, people start to punish themselves for it, because that's what you do mostly. You do, or you try to cover it somehow, or you try to repair it somehow, but it's not done in a healthy way. Both these feelings, especially when it comes from sexual shame and guilt, it can make a person feel like there's something wrong with their identity. There's something wrong with how they are established on this planet. In the frequency framework, shame is considered to be the lowest, which means there's something bad with me. Now, universe has not created us in this way. Universe doesn't say you're bad or good. Universe says that you are. You are, that's it. Like a flower is, fruit is, a tree is, a bird is. A lot of nature beings don't question their existence. They don't say you're good or bad. They are good or bad. They simply say I exist and I am. And when you reach this I am state, this is where you start feeling much more present and much more joyous and happy, and you can surrender. So surrendering can help you that, okay, this is something that happened with me, this is how I feel about it, and this is where it is in my body, and I have to release it because I'm not feeling aligned with it. So most of the times, how do you know something is not aligned with you? It doesn't make you feel comfortable. There's a discomfort in it, and discomfort helps you to grow out of it. So if you're divine masculine and feminine, they're treating you in a certain way, then you have to understand that there's some reason behind it, and that reason is not about them, the reason is more about you. The reason is more like they do certain things, and you might see it as wrong. Like, let's say they want to enjoy watching pornography, and they tell you about it, or you find out about it somehow, and you feel that it's wrong because when you are there in their life, then why do they have to look at somebody else and feel attracted? Or they talk about, or you find out about some of their sexual experiences which probably do not fit into your standards. Or maybe you feel that you did not want to be with such a person who has this kind of fantasy or liking or demand or whatever it is. This is just an example, okay? And you might resonate with it, and you can talk about it freely in the comment session. In the comment session, you can post about your feelings about this so that other people can also see. And if it helps them to see that, okay, I'm not the only one who has been going through it. There are many more. There are others also who are like sailing in the same boat. So emotions are not your enemies. They are giving you information, and they allow you to express. They give you an opportunity to express it more easily. I think in a healthy way, that would be the right word. And they also make you see that this is where this energy is draining, or this is where you're feeling a certain way, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. What other people do is not your fault, or how other people have made you feel is not your fault. It's not their fault either, because that's who they are. But associating with them, attaching with them, or associating your identity with them is where you start to suffer.